Well, once again it seems that I was a little bit too hasty here. I did stop the video and I did fight the god, but I just double checked the rules to see that I had done everything correctly, and I noticed that I hadn't done so. To be able to face the god, you actually have to be on the red ritual deck, and the only way to get to the red ritual deck here is to actually successfully complete a red challenge, and then we would move on automatically to the red ritual deck, discarding all of these blue challenges on the board. So yeah, I have to do that first. I have to defeat one of these red challenges to be able to move the ritual deck forward. So I'm gonna be doing that instead of standing here at the Lost City and attacking this god. I'm gonna roll my movement dice, and hopefully we can get to one of these. Well, we can actually just get to the top one there. We cannot get to this one because we need we need 5 movement points to be able to do that. But let's go ahead and roll our movement dice here. We are wounded, so we only get to roll 4. So let's see. Okay, we need a forest and a mountain here. We do have a mountain, we do have a forest as well, great. And then we can use, we have a plain and we have actually this was a perfect roll. We have everything we need. So let's move our character here. We use 1 road, 1 plain, 1 forest, and then into the mountains here. So then we are able to face this red challenge, and hopefully this will not be anything super difficult, because if we are to die here we would lose quite a lot of gold. We already have 15 gold. We would lose one and only item here. That will not be good. So let's see here. We have Harbinger of Jar Jar. No, Harbinger of Jarar. Alright, I thought it said Harbinger of Jar Jar. I think this Jarar thing here is one of the gods. I think all of these have Harbingers in this red deck. So yeah, let's see. Escape. When your hero attempts to escape, you must roll twice. Both rolls must succeed for you to successfully escape. If only one roll succeeds, you take 1 wound. If both rolls fail, you take 2 wounds. Alright. Reward 7 gold and 2 survival gear. Well, okay. And it's fairly difficult. Not that difficult, but if we are unlucky, it can kill us. It has some high combat values here. So let's see what happens here. First of all, we have to draw one of these ritual tokens. Here we go. And it's one of these wild card rituals. So let's see, the best course of action here, it has 6 health. I think the best course of action is actually for Jithra to defend. Well, no, she cannot defend, she can attack. I don't know if I think I might misplay this and defended with an ally before, but let's move on here. I defend in range here. Yeah, I defend in range because, well, basically we have the same value. I need a 13. Or wait, do I activate the staff? Yeah, I activate the staff first, don't I? That would be stupid not to do that. So before combat I activate my staff, I make a magical attack. And yeah, I have a base value of 10, it has a value of 16, so I need 6. And that is good enough. That's 8, no, that's actually 11. So that's fine. I do 2 damage and I heal 1 wound, so I will be healing myself once here, dealing 2 wounds, and then I have to defend in ranged combat, and that is 15 plus 3 is 18, and I successfully defend since its attack is 16. And then Jithra will attack in melee. She has a value of 6 plus 1 is 7, and she needs 8 or more because the Harbinger has 15. So let's see, that's 10, it's good enough, so that's 17, and Jithra manages to wound the Harbinger up to 5 wounds now. It only has 1 wound left that it can take. So then it's the magical phase and I attack, and I have a 10. Yeah, I have a base value of 10. It has a value of 16, so I need 6 or higher. And that is good enough, that's 14. And we managed to kill this Harbinger of Jar Jar. It's a little bit dark in here, but I hope that you can see. It's the middle of the day, I don't want to use all my lighting because the glare becomes immense here. But alright, so we managed to kill Harbinger of Jar Jar. We have to place this, and we can place this on any ritual we want, so we will place it on one of these new ones here. I don't think that you have to complete a ritual, you can just place it on whichever one you want, because that one can fit on any icon on that track. So no rituals are completed, and this Harbinger of Jarar is killed. We receive 7 gold. Let's see. That's quite a lot of gold. We have 22 gold pieces. We would also get 2 survival gear, but I'm already at maximum capacity here. I haven't used my survival gear, so nothing. We will not get anything after this. Also, we receive a 4 experience marker for defeating this challenge. But what is more important is that all the blue challenges are now discarded, and we have successfully moved on to the last part of the game. So great. We now have the red deck as the active deck here, and I actually tend to keep one of these blue challenges somewhere on the map, and let's see, I can keep, yeah, let's just keep this one here in the middle somewhere, because if you do this, I don't know, I like to do this for the blue and the red challenges. I like to keep at least one of them active. For the base game this doesn't matter. For the base game I tend to keep 1 yellow and 1 blue active, because if something were to happen when attempting a red challenge, you can get completely stuck if you don't do this, and the game actually wants you to refill these anyway, so I think it's fine to keep one of them. But we are still at the last phase of the game, we are still at the red deck. If this was the base game, I would have a yellow challenge on the board as well, like I said, because the goal of the base game is to defeat a red challenge, but here it's to defeat a god that's at the lost city there. So the turn ends, we have to roll for, actually let me turn on some of these lights here because this is quite dark. Alright, so the turn ends and we have to roll for the Doomtrap here. It's at 13, and at 7 still nothing, so no additional equipment for us so far. So let's see, go down to 12, and then it's the next turn. I did forget to heal Jithra here as well. I did make an additional successful attack here, and I will be doing this now. Since the turn just ended, I haven't done anything else. So alright, so now we are completely healed. We can use all of our dice. Let's see what we roll. Doesn't really matter what we roll, as long as we don't roll extremely bad. We have a forest, and then we have a plain, and then we have a road, and for the 4th movement point I will use one of my Deadman compasses to turn this from this forest river to a mountain side so that we can move back into... Well, actually I don't need to do that since the lost city is considered to be a city, so I could just move in there with any one of these counters, I guess. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna move into the lost city, but we cannot attempt to fight the god just yet, because you have to begin your turn on a lost city space before you can do that, and we just arrived here. So now we have to roll for... we could actually have a market space. I've done this incorrectly a few times. The lost city token is considered to be a native village, so we do get to have... we both get to have a market space and can move through this area if we want to. The way that you have market spaces at the lost city is to draw 5 cards and then look at them, buy something if you want it. If you don't want it, you just discard all 5 of them. So let's do that now. Let's have this market step first. Let's see. 4, 5. So let's see what we have. We have a Dwarven Ranger. I can immediately say no to that one. We have Backpack of Holding. Before moving, activate to discard 1 exhaustion. That's not that interesting. Ring of the Arcane. After your hero makes a magic test or magic combat roll, activates to receive a +4 bonus. Well, that's kind of good, so we will keep that one in mind. Honor Sword. This is just one of the kind of standard allies. We already have one of those up there. And then Rune Master Barris. Okay, Barris may take a exhaustion to let your hero reroll his combat dice. Now this guy is kind of interesting. Yeah, that guy is interesting, but I don't know if I should take him or... Well, actually, yeah, if I do that, he can attack in... He can attack in ranged combat. Huh. Yeah, you're allowed to have 2 allies, so I could take him. You can only buy 1 item, so I can't buy both of these. Question is, which one is better? I think I'm fine with my combat roll, especially against that weak god. He's not that strong. I think I'm fine. So I think maybe taking Barris will be better. Yeah, I'll take Barris. I'm just gonna buy Barris for 10 gold. I have 22 gold pieces. I don't think this matters all that much, and this is a buffer for my health as well, so I'm gonna do that. And then I just discard these. I think you're supposed to shuffle them back in, but this game is pretty much over anyway, so it doesn't matter. Then did we roll for... I don't know if you rolled for the Doomtrap. No, we didn't. So let's roll for the Doomtrap here. And that's 6 plus 7 is 13, and just barely got over the mark. So let's see what we get here. For the top city up there, we have Potion of Strength. The next one is Soulbiter. That's pretty good. That's actually great. It's one of the better weapons in the game, I think. After your hero makes a successful melee or magic attack, activate to inflict 3 wounds. So that's amazing, actually. The padded leather armor for the third city. Bow of Bone for the 4th. Lightning Mace. That's the 5th. Mirror of Shale. Let's see, activate to take exhaustion marker until the end of this combat. Your enemy may take 1 wound every time your hero takes 1 or more wounds as a result of a magic combat roll. That's okay, I guess. Then Lore Keeper Anuk. When your hero attacks during the magic phase, he receives a bonus to his magical attribute value equal to Lore Keeper Anuk's magical value. If your hero attack fails, you may have the enemy inflict wounds on Lore Keeper Anuk instead of your hero. That's okay. It's a pretty powerful ally. let's see, those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we need one more. Staff of Light. Before moving, activate to discard all wounds and exhaustion from your hero or one of your allies. So that's great as well. So let's just populate the market track here. Sadly, we will not be buying any one of these. I hope, at least, because if we are successful next turn, we just win the game. We don't have to go and buy this stuff, but that might not be the case. We might actually lose, even though it's highly unlikely that will happen. So this does move back up to 18. I was a little bit hasty here as well, and then we move to the third turn, or the third counter here on the Doomtrap. Alright, so that was that, and now we begin the next turn, and since we begin on a Lost City counter, we can now attempt to fight this old god here, or the god that we awoken, Gorbor the Savage. So let's place him here. He has 2 of these Doom tokens on him, giving him +2 on his first phase, and then after each phase we remove one of these Doom tokens. So he should actually be a joke. He has 9 health, but let's begin by, he doesn't have any other special ability. He just gets +1 for each of these Doom tokens, but after each phase you remove one of these Doom tokens. So let's begin by activating my Crystal Staff. I will attempt a magical combat roll against him. He has magical defense of 14 and I have base value of 10, so I need a 4. And that's 9, so that's good enough. So I inflict 2 wounds on him, and then the combat begins. This was before combat, and then in the range phase, Rune Master Barris will attack. He has a value of 4, and Gorbor has a value of 14. So Barris needs a roll of 10, and that's 11. That's great. That's enough. So Barris does 1 point of damage to Gorbor. And then we have Jitra. She attacks in melee. She has a value of 6 versus 18 for defense. So that's we actually have to take one of these off and place it on my character. So she has a base value of 6. The god has defense of 18, so she needs 12. And that's 7. That's not enough. So he will deal 2 damage to her. And then we take off this last Doom token off him, and now he's not that dangerous anymore. He just deals 1 damage each time. But now we get to the magical phase, and I will attack, and I need a 4 here, and that's 14. So I deal 2 more wounds to him, and I actually think I'm gonna heal 1 wound here. So we are now at 5 wounds. He still has 4 health. We go back around again, and Barris will attack. He needs 10, and that's 4, so that's not enough. So Barris takes 1 wound, and then Jitra will attack. She has 6 + 1, 7. She needs 11 or higher, and that's 6. That's not enough. So she will take 1 wound, and then I will attack, and I need 4 or higher, and that's 9. So that's good enough. I deal 2 wounds and heal Barris, I think once. Yeah. So now the god has 7 wounds. He can only take 2 more, or we need to inflict 2 more. And then Barris attacks. He needs 10 again, and that's 9. Not good enough. So Barris takes 1 wound, and then Jitra will attack. She has 6 + 2, 8. Versus 18, so she needs 10, and it's 14, so Jitra delivers the final blow here, and the god is defeated. Alright, so there we have it. I went through this quite fast because I knew that, well, actually we can keep this on here. I knew that. I knew that this would be quite easy to defeat. I don't think this. I think this god is actually difficult. You just have to be a little bit lucky when you wake him up, and have to be a little bit lucky that you are further down into the game, because if you awaken this god during the green adventure phase, I think this will be extremely difficult to defeat. He will probably gather up to at least 5 or 6 counters. If you play with that stupid rule, the double tokens for each encounter, well, he will probably get to 7, and then you have to run to him to try and stop him from ultimating, so to speak. And at that point, I think if you are unlucky, he can one-shot you, because he does like 8 damage for his first turn, and that's just insane. So yeah, I think all of these gods are actually quite difficult, and that's good. The problem is when we get to situations like I had yesterday, where it was just an endless loop of me dying, being able to move once and then dying again. And I don't know if I misplayed that. I think I did. Other than that, I think this expansion is actually great. The little that I've seen from it right now, it is actually quite difficult. It's not comparable to the base game. I think the base game is really easy, and I think I've become too lazy. I don't check on rules. I play it my way. I do a little bit of weird stuff and such, but yeah, I will be back with some more final thoughts in just a second. Alright, so I had to check something again. I almost made a stupid mistake a second time, because during my gameplay I actually let one of my allies defend one time, and that just goes to show you, no matter how many times you play a game, there is always some rule that you're going to forget, especially if you don't play a game for a few months. So I should have known that allies cannot defend, but somehow I thought that they could. So I let Jitra defend for me one time, and she took some wounds which made her a little bit better in combat, but it didn't matter that combat in particular, and it didn't matter for the playthrough really, because even if I had defended it and taken those wounds, I would have been able to heal myself, and it will not have had any bearing on the outcome. So I hope that you can forgive that stupid little mistake. I seem to make these stupid mistakes from now and then, and I think this is because I haven't played Runebound in quite some time, and I just didn't remember that the allies cannot defend. I will try and put a disclaimer or a capture when that moment is in the playthrough, just telling that I know that this is not how it's supposed to be, but it didn't actually really matter, even though it does matter to the enjoyment of the playthrough. Hopefully I didn't make the same mistake more times. I think I only made it once. I only let Jitra defend for me once, so that was a little bit stupid. Overall, what do I think of the game? What do I think of this expansion? I think I like it. I think I like it quite a lot. I have to play it a couple of more times to actually know if I really like it or if it's just an okay expansion. So far, if we take away the horrible experience from yesterday, I had great fun during today's playthrough, even though, like I said, I played some things incorrectly and I had to check the rules a few times, even though I have played Runebound dozens and dozens of times. This is what happens when you play solitaire. You get comfortable, you don't check the rules, and you just think that this is how it works and you just go for it. That's one thing that you kind of lose when you play solitaire, and that's one thing that I'm learning as I'm making these videos. People commenting on my mistakes and the things that I've misread or misinterpreted, and I think that's great. I think that's a great addition. The game was actually quite fun. I think it's more challenging. I think it's a lot more challenging than the base game, and I think this Doomtrap might not actually be needed for this particular expansion. As I have seen, the two gods that I've faced, there are both monsters. I mean, this guy was a joke during this playthrough, but I can tell you that if I had awakened this god earlier, I think I would have been really scared of him. So yeah, I think this Doomtrap might not be needed. You don't have that much time with these rituals and these gods. This guy actually has a limit on him. If you place 8 Doom tokens on him, he will kill you immediately. So this is a Doomtrap in of itself. I don't know how the other gods play out, if they are just as difficult, if they are a little bit easy or not, but I would like to find out, and I would like to, for my future gaming for this expansion, I would try to pick out the rituals so that I can face different gods. I don't think I will be recording any of those anytime soon, and I don't know if I will be recording any Runebound anytime soon again. Maybe, I don't know. There are quite a few other games that I have to get to, and Pathfinder and Robinson Crusoe that I really want to play. So I think that's further along in the future. As for Runebound itself, it's just a great game. But like I said, play it regularly so you don't forget the rules, so you don't make dumb mistakes like myself. Hopefully you have enjoyed. I think actually I didn't talk all that much about the game. I didn't go in depth with various rules and such, because I think that the people that wanted to see this game actually like to play this game themselves, and this was just a way for them to see the game being played on screen. I don't think anyone requested this game to learn this game. They just wanted to see one of their favorite games on screen, and this is what Runebound does to people. It is sort of a boring game to watch, actually. I think this is much more fun to play than to watch, but for some strange reason, people, and myself included, like to watch other people play this game. I don't know why, actually, because it is quite boring to watch being played, especially the base game, where there are a bunch of there is a bunch of dead time where nothing happens. You just move around, go through the motions with some adventures. You are not even close to being knocked out or anything. And still, people like to see this game being played, and that includes myself. I just love watching other people play this game. It's kind of relaxing. It's really relaxing to play this game. It's really relaxing to watch other people play this game. So I think that's why. I think that's why so many people actually wanted to see Runebound on screen, and I hope that I have delivered some sort of enjoyment for you. Hopefully you can find enjoyment in this playthrough, and I will be hopefully seeing you next week. I do have some plans for my next weekend, so I might not be able to complete a playthrough for the weekend. I hope that I can. I hope that I can have some time during this week to complete one of the Pathfinder scenarios or something to upload. But if not, I will be seeing you just after the weekend, because I will have a little bit more free time after that. Like I said, hope you enjoyed this, and I hope I see you in the future. Bye!